What is going on, Rockstar? How are you? How are you? How are you? Happy Friday evening. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me because it was kind of weird. What is going on, Rockstar? How are you? How are you? How are you? Happy Friday, Freestyle Friday, if you will. In this episode of Freestyle Friday with Codes, we're just going to talk about everything from business to relationships. So if this is the first time you see my face, my name is Codes. I coach Black women with an entrepreneurial mindset so you can build and grow your business at the same time as you are building yourself. So let's get it. All right. Today has been an exciting day for me. It's just been an exciting day. I had some wonderful news come in. I'll share that a little bit later. I want to talk about the power of, bear with me here. I want to talk about the power of community. I want to talk about the power of being with like-minded people. I want to just talk about that for a moment. And in business, as in life, you want to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up and not bring you down. You want to be surrounded with people that's going to give you fuel and not douse your flame. And I am just so thankful to have a community, a really just an extended family with love and support and just really being there for one another. I love my extended family. I truly do. I love my extended family. Like, oh my gosh. So a message came through today and it just hit me in a different way. Like, it's, all of them do, but this one in particular just today hit me so hard and so just okay. So let's get into it. And it just made me think about relationships. And as you are building yourself and building your business, you have to know your why. You have to know your why. And I think about my husband and I. We've been together 20 plus years. I want to say, I normally just say forever, ever. So we've been together over 20 plus years. And I think about how that relates to business. And the first thing that I thought about is that you have to want to be in business. Just like you have to want to be in a relationship with the person that you are in a relationship with. You have to want that. And in business, as well as relationships, there are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be times that you might not like the person that you are with. Because trust me, there are plenty of times that we might not like each other. But we're still here. Divorce is not an option. That's a negative growth starter. We will not be having that. Okay. And you have to think about that when it comes to your business, your why. Like, I had a list for, the man that I wanted to marry, and he had to fit this, and he had to do this, and he had to do that. And when I thought about it, that's your ideal client. You have an idea of who, or at least you should have an idea of who you want to talk to, who you want to help. And that's what it relates to. So you have a list for your ideal mate. You have a list for your ideal client. That's what it is. And you match them up. Well, not together, but you know what I mean. You go down the list and you say, I want my mate to have this. You say, I want my ideal client, this name, where they're from, how much they make. You want your mate, your spouse, your wife, your husband, maybe you want them over 6 feet, maybe you want them a certain skin complexion, maybe you want them between a certain age. It all relates to you finding out your why, because you can't say, oh, I just like everybody. We know how that go. you can't like everybody. No. you can't like everybody. You have to pick someone. And that's what I have a list. Now, out of that list of 10 things, he fit 8. That's not bad. I only missed 2. And I thought about it, and I laugh sometimes because I'm like, okay, that was God, because I just needed that. And we can have a list and we can have all the intentions in the world, but sometimes God be like, no, you don't need that. You don't need that. This is what I need for you to have, which is fine. But it still is your ideal mate and your ideal client. And then once you have your why, then you're good to go. Then you got to figure out who you are. Or actually, let me reverse that. You have to figure out who you are first and then your why. Well, actually, because I went backwards. Let me be honest. I went backwards. I did for my husband, for my list for him, I went why, what I wanted. I did. And then for my ideal client, I went, who, why, where, what, and when. But for my husband, it was just, this is what I wanted. And you have to want to be in that relationship, just like you have to want to be in business. Entrepreneurship is not for, and you heard me say this, it is not for the faint of heart. It is not for you to dip your toe in, dip your toe back out, dip your foot in, dip your foot back out. Then you dip, from your knee to your pinky toe, and then you hop back out, and then finally you got the whole leg in, but you holding on to the end of the pool because you're not ready to really dive completely in. You can't. You can't. Just like you can't do that in a relationship. And we know that if, I'm going to say this, we know, ladies, and some men out there, that if a man did that, he hesitate, we bye. Now, if we really like him, maybe we give him, a couple of maybe 2 chances. But after that, it's like, okay, you playing games, dude. Either you want me or you not. And that's how you have to do entrepreneurship. It's like, do you really want it or you don't? And if you really want it, you're going to stick into it. It's going to become what you eat, breathe, sleep, love, whatever. And then your mate and your family becomes an addition or the second part of your why, because my husband and my family are my why. why I get up every morning, why I'm here every morning. Well, not here, but you know what I mean. But you have to want it, and you have to just have that. I'm not going to let it go. I'm here for the long haul, and I don't care what it takes. My grandparents were together 62 years. 62 years. 62. 62. 62 years they were together. They passed away 2 days apart. 2 days apart. I said right then and there, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. And that's what you have to do in business. You have to say, that's what I want. This life called entrepreneurial ship, I want it. I'm in it. And I don't care whatever it takes. I'm going to do it. And that's what you have to be. It has to be what you eat, sleep, and breathe. It has to be life. It has to be. You cannot not do it. If 2020 has taught us nothing, is you need more than one stream of income separate from other things going on in the world. Something that you control, something that you own, something that you can pass down, because gone are the days where you can actually pass down a good job. Gone are the days where you can, graduate high school and go to work at one of the big three or go to the post office. Them days is gone. They don't do that no more. And them people who did it, they didn't go. Let's be clear. My dad used to work at Ford. He was a foreman, which was highly unlikely back there in them days. And he left because he said that he didn't like the way that the other people were talking to him. Okay. I completely understand that. That's where, you say what you want, just don't put your hand on me. That's what that whole thing But I get that. You can only take so much verbal abuse. And he was like, I'm out. And he started his own company. Never look back. You have to want it as bad as you breathe. Just like going through the ups and downs with my husband. You go through ups and downs in business, but you still have to want it. Like the air that you breathe, it still must be in every fiber and every being of your body. You can't just say, well, this week I'm an entrepreneur, next week I'm not, but 2 months later I'm back. No, because why are you going back and forth? Because now it's trust issues with the people that you're speaking to. All right. Okay. They back again. Let's see how long they last this time. No, it's not fair to you. It's not fair to your family. It's not fair for you to go to the grave with your masterpiece still inside you. Les Brown says the richest place on earth is the graveyard, because so many people go to the grave with their masterpiece still inside them. Don't be one of those people. Especially if you have a dream, if you have something that you want to do, especially if it's something that's tugging at your very core being, do it. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. I went to school for computer networking systems, associates in applied science, which I should have went to school for business first, but I got talked into taking computer networking systems because, of course, you could go back and do the business to bring it all together, which never happened. So, but I still love business. I love business. I love everything about business. I love relationships. I love building them. I love securing them. I'm just, it's Freestyle Friday. And I just wanted to share that. I just really wanted to share what you were breaking down what you want in your ideal mate, and you're breaking down what you want in your ideal client in this thing called entrepreneurship. You have to want it. You have to want it. So I want to know in the comments below, what do you want in life? Put it in the comments below, and I will chat at you later, Rockstar. Ciao.